So I saw this on Facebook, Facebook selling, and saw this Poulan Woodshark model 1950 chainsaw for $10. She said it didn't run anymore, so I drove up there, gave her $10, and I brought it back. When I opened this up, I noticed that gas lines floating around in there. No wonder it won't start. Right? There it is right there. You see it? It's just sitting around there. There's no filter on it either. So I'm going to take it apart and put new gas lines in it, and then check out the carburetor. So I loosened up the 3 bolts over here with a torque screw. Thought I did. These screws, once you loosen them, they stay in there so you don't lose them, which is a good thing. I'm still having trouble getting this off. Oh, there we go. Well, the air filter looks pretty, clean. I mean, there's always going to be sawdust and stuff. Looks pretty clean. Maybe all we need is gas lines, huh? What do you think? I'm going to pull that apart. So it's just 2 8mm bolts. Make sure you don't lose them. Carburetor looks pretty clean. So I'm going to get some needle nose pliers and pull these off. Sometimes it's really gummy because it's been sitting around for a while, but there's one. There's the return tube. So one of these is a return tube that basically pushes the excess gas back into the gas tank again after it is cycled through the carburetor so that it could be primed. I could just feel the looseness of these gummed out gas lines. So basically I'm going to get new gas lines. I'm going to do one at a time so I don't, forget and route them different ways. So I'm basically just probably going to pull this just right out, but I want to be careful because I haven't worked on this one before. I'm not sure. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 thick ones. I don't know where this one's. There should be only 2. I don't know why there's. I'm going to have to take this all apart. Okay, so I'm going to take this carburetor, pulled it off the 2 bolts there. As you can see, the throttle linkage is hooked up here. You want to just keep an eye on it and make sure. Here's the choke lever. Comes into this little grommet there. I pulled that out. And so I'm going to, there it goes. So I'm going to take that screw off. It's a Walbro. I'm going to take that screw off, clean the insides. I'm going to use carburetor fluid, and that looks like we're definitely going to have trouble with because there's a hole right there. That looks like a lot of stuff has gotten into that hole, and we're going to have to clean that out for sure. In the meantime, I'm going to assess this mess, this spaghetti here. Okay, so as you can see, there's the throttle linkage. And those gas lines are like spaghetti. So I'm gonna take all that apart and replace it with new ones and get back to you. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to note that getting rid of all these spaghetti lines there, these 2 go into the primer bulb over here. Okay, So to access that area, I'm going to have to take this bolt and that bolt off with the torque wrench. Okay. So there was actually not just one or two, but there was actually 3 and 4. So I just took those out. So there's the recoil starter. Looks in good condition. Just really dirty, full of bar and lube oil. I'm going to have to clean that out with a brush. Here's the flywheel. The springed linkage so that it catches onto the clutch thingy. Here's the armature or magneto. Basically it's the ignition coil, and it looks like it's pretty dirty. This one needs an entire overhaul. I mean, it's just so dirty, you know what I'm saying? How does any signal, how does any waves get through this junk, you know what I mean? Because there's a magnet on this side right here, see? It's stuck to it. This part has to be clean, and that part has to be clean so that it gets a spark. So I'm not surprised that they couldn't start it, because they probably weren't getting a spark because this ignition coil is just really dirty. And of course also the fuel line just floating around down there, you know. So no fuel, no spark, you're not going to get it started. So I'm going to take these 2 bolts off over here, remove that, replace it with new line, and we'll go from there. So while looking through my bag of tools, I have brand new line, thick kind and the thin kind, and I found a fuel filter. So while checking these other lines over here, if you kind of squeeze them, they're not crusty and hard, but rather rubbery and elastic, which means that they're actually okay. They're good to go. And this one here is, you know, a little rigid, but it's not flaky, you know what I mean? So looks like I'm just going to replace the main fuel line that's routed into this hole there. Damn it, I forgot where it went. Okay, I guess it goes into the top part of that carburetor. Anyway, so what you do is, to route it through the hole, you cut it at an angle so it's sharp, so you can stick it in like that. I'm going to use some needle nose pliers and try to push it in there. It's really tough doing this with one hand, just letting you know. Okay. Did I see it yet? I think that's it. Is that it? That's not it. I don't see it yet, so I have to keep on doing it. So I was having a heck of a time getting that in there. It wouldn't go in. So I'm thinking I'm going to use... I'm going to put a piece of tape there and spray some WD-40 on it so it's slippery. That way I can get that routed in there and pull it out. I gotta tell you, I've been having a heck of a time getting that damn line in here. Finally I had to split that line in pretty much in half for about 3 inches or so, just so it would fit through the hole so I can get it in there. So now that I could actually see it, I'm gonna pull it through. I hope it doesn't break, damn it. Alright, I think it's gonna work. Alright, so you see what I did here? I had to split it in half just so it would come out here. So now that I've gotten it out, alright, so now that I got it out, we're going to cut it clean right in the middle. Perpendicular, clean cut. There you go. I'm going to put the fuel filter on here. Go from there. Okay, so I finally got that in there, right? And I'm just waiting for the carburetor to be cleaned. As you can see inside. Okay, focus. There you go. You see the fuel filter in there now? Attached to the line that I pulled down. So that's ready to go. When the carburetor is clean, I'll hook up this and this new one here. The two areas there. And I opened this just now and cleaned it. It wasn't too dirty, but now I just took that off, the bolt, and we'll see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so I just took that off and just take a look at that mesh area in there. Completely filled with crap. See that? There is absolutely no way this thing starts. So I'm going to take carburetor fluid and blow it out. So the carburetor's back on. That is the air cleaner cover. The linkage is all put back together. I'm not too sure if I connected those lines correctly, but if it doesn't work right, I'll just swap them. No big deal. Put that shroud back on. That's tightened. The 4 screws on the side are. And then I cleaned it up a little bit. But while I was at it, another common problem with chainsaws is the spark arrestor. So that's inside the muffler. That's what this looks like. It's like a mesh thing. Usually it's a lot of oil and carbon residue is built up on here that, you know, covers up the hole, you know, but as you can see, you can see through it. You can see through the mesh. This is good. It was missing one of the screws for one of these 2 holes, so I'm going to have to find one. But we're getting close to starting this baby up. Okay, so I put the arrestor back on. I didn't have the exact same screw bolt, but you know, that'll work as long as it's secure on there. Now, moment of truth. We're not going to fill it up with gas yet. You know why? Because I don't know if I have any bar and lube oil, and we cannot run this without bar and lube oil. So let's just hope this has bar and lube oil in it. Even half. Ooh. No. It doesn't have any in it. Oh, no, it has some. Alright, I'm going to fill it up with gas, and we're going to just try to fire it up. So, as I expected, I started it up, and it wouldn't start. And so, what did I say before? I said maybe I reversed the gas lines. So I had it the wrong way. The return was into the fuel pump area, and the fuel line was in the return output. So I switched them, and well, look, it should start, right? Let's try it. Ooh, it wanted to. All right. Remember, I didn't have that much chain and lube oil in it, so every time it runs, some of it comes out, and I don't want to burn it out. So anyway, so $10 chainsaw fixed with just a fuel filter and one gas line, and of course cleaned it up, you know. Anyway, you can use this video and flip chainsaws. See you next time.